So I was having some trouble with the feeling of not feeling good enough. And this is something that comes up from time to time that I deal with, that I judge myself. I feel that maybe the things that I'm doing are not good enough. And as I was talking to my coach, he asked me, okay, well, give me all the reasons why you're not good enough. And I just started thinking to myself, okay, why do I not feel good enough? And then the thoughts started to come in. Oh, maybe I'm not where I want to be at. Maybe I'm not as good because I don't have certain credentials. Maybe I'm not good enough because I am not performing to what I believe should be my max potential. And I thought about it, and then I paused, and then I started to think, okay, what else is it that makes me feel like I'm not good enough? And then more thoughts started to come in, and as I was expressing all these thoughts, it made me realize that I had a lot of negative thoughts towards myself, and then I also was aware of what was making me feel like I wasn't good enough. And then he asked me, okay, so what do you need to do in order for you to feel good enough? And then I started to think, okay, well, maybe taking more action, making more money, or doing more things, or maybe starting another business, more overwhelm. So I started to think about all these things that I felt like I needed to do in order for me to feel like I was good enough, or in order for me to feel like other people would feel like I was good enough. And then as he was saying that, and as he was asking me that, then he asked me, do you have, think about your sons, your kids, and think about them, and are they worthy? That's the question that he asked me. Are they worthy? Are they good enough? Do they matter? Are they enough? And the obvious answer was yes, of course, they are enough. They do matter. And then he asked me, is there anything that you can add to them, or that they can do or be, whether it's for them to be good enough? Do they need to make more money? Do they need to have more success? Do they need to have more fame? Do they need to be more athletic? Do they need to be skinnier? And the obvious answer was no, they don't need to do anything else. They are just good enough just the way that they are. And then he asked me, but what if you took away something from them, like money, or like they're less cute? Would they still be less enough? And then I said, no, they are good enough just as they are, just how they look. And even if they were not as good looking, or if they had less things to offer, they would still be good enough. And then it was an obvious answer, no. And then he threw it back to me, that why would I treat myself that way, that I need to make more money, I need to have more success to feel like I was good enough. But it was something that I learned as a kid, watching people cheering on athletes or family that I really cared about, or that I really admired them, or that their opinion really mattered to me. When I would see them cheering on famous people or saying like, wow, that person is amazing, it made me feel like they were good enough and I wasn't good enough because I wasn't doing things that they were doing. And as I got older, because I wasn't doing that, I felt like I wasn't good enough, and I felt like I needed to do something big with my life. And at times I would, like the whole thing with public speaking and writing books and being on the radio, those kind of in a way became things that I wanted to prove myself. And doing it just to prove yourself, or to have other people look at you to make you feel better, that's not a good thing. So for me, I realized that I am good enough just as I am. I don't need to have a radio show. I don't need to be famous. I don't need to have a lot of money to feel good enough. I am good enough just as I am. But unfortunately, throughout life, as we grow up, society, family, friends give us beliefs that make us think that we have to have a lot of money, that we have to look a certain way in order for us to feel good enough. So for you, What are the things that you think about yourself that make you feel like you're not good enough? And do you think that you need to have more things in order for you to feel good enough? And also, if you have somebody, a loved one, even a pet or a friend that you love, would they be less enough if they also had more money, or they have less money, or they were not as good looking? No, they wouldn't. They would be just enough just how they are. So for you, just understand that you are good enough, and you are enough just as you are. The only thing that's stopping you is your belief. It's that negative thought that you continue to think that you are not good enough. But I hope that this insight that I had with my coach helps you to see that you are good enough. And you're an amazing human being, but I see that in you. But it doesn't matter what I say about you. What matters is what you say about you. You need to start believing that you are good enough. Have a good one.